What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we'll be doing our summons for the ongoing summon rush for the Cross Wallbreaker Fusion. I'm going for Cross on both my accounts. Honestly, I'm probably not going to use him right away. He's probably going to sit in the vault for a little bit, but he is a damage dealing option for my Ogryn's Faction Wars. And honestly, I just need more options there because my Ogryn Tribe's Faction Wars is not very good. And like we do on this channel, we go for every single fusion, regardless if it's great or terrible. I'm on my alt account right now, so you can clearly see what kind of shards I'm working with right now. I got 167 Ancient Shards, 219 Void Shards, primals, and 10 sacred shards on this account already. We did go for Leo on this account, so we got drained pretty hard in terms of these sacred shards, but we're slowly building it back up. We also just have a brand new month of Doom Tower as well, so we picked up the 2 sacreds there as well. Now we do have a ongoing progressive event happening that is probably the worst progressive event I've ever seen. Not to say that these champions are bad or anything like that, but they are a little bit outdated. They were free, they were fusions, and they're just not super sought after. Now the epics are pretty good. We got Geomancer and Fatman. They're one of the best epics in the game. And in terms of the Void progressive here, we do have a really good champion here. We have Sulfurion. I have Sulfurion on both my accounts, and he is amazing. Supreme Gaelic and Venus are both very decent as well. So what is the game plan for both of my accounts? So like I said in previous videos, I will only be going for the first threshold here for the 5 fragments, and then I'll be participating in the champion chase next week. You can see on my alt account, I have 200 of each ancient and void shards. Both of them do very well in champion chase events, and we're very likely to see 2x boost for basically every single shard because it's Black Friday, as I mentioned in the previous videos. So the ancient and the voids will have good value for that champion chase. Now, I wouldn't fault you for going for the 3200 here for the full 15, especially if you go for the 5, because it's only going to be an additional 2 sacred shards. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal. But if you go for the 3200 threshold here and get the 15, I would probably advise trying to skip the champion chase unless you have tons and tons of shards. Spending 6 sacred shards here potentially could basically just save you the full champion chase, which might be a net shard saving overall. But for me, I'm going to spend 3 sacred shards and a couple of void shards, and I'm going to pick up the 5 fragments here, skip this, and then we will participate in the champion chase next week. All right, so let's jump into it. We have the let's start with the void shards here. Honestly, I have a Sulfurion on this account. If I get one, it's a dupe. It does apply for Faction Guardians, but I'm just going to leave it blank. I don't really want any of these as a progressive. Yeah, we'll just leave it blank. We're only going to be pulling 4 Void Shards, and then we'll pull 3 Sacred Shards on this account just for the necessary points. So let's do the 4 singles here. Void Shards actually have pretty decent point value for Summon Rush. So for every Sacred Shard, it's actually going to be slightly more than 4 Void Shards. Depending how many shards you have on your account, that's actually not too bad of a conversion, to be honest. For example, in the Leonardo's event, the equivalent was 6 void shards per sacred shard. So you're getting more value just pulling void shards here in this regular summon rush relative to sacred shard value. So I just pulled my 4 void shards, so that's all done, and then we'll pull 3 sacred shards here and we'll be done. Now for progressive, honestly, I don't really want any of these. Maybe we'll take a Geomancer just for empowerment, but yeah, that's what happened here. Okay, let's go. That's it. Oh, what? I can't just select epics? How come you can't do this? Select. No, quit. If I quit, I don't get the epic. That's so weird. Anyways, it doesn't matter. All right, let's pull the 3. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure about my Mercy on this account. Let's have a look here. Mercy. We are fresh Mercy. Unfortunately, my Mercy, I think the RSL helper just reset all the information, so that's kind of a bummer. That's okay. Shatterbones, pretty cool champion. I actually just recently built mine out for Centranos. He was actually pretty decent. And this is going to be the last Sacred Shard for this account. Nope, 6% rates, not good enough to get a gold, unfortunately. So that's going to be it for this account. We'll be done. Finish it off with mystery shards, and we are on our way for the fusion. So all good there. Let's hop over to the main account, and we'll do the pulls there as well. All right, hopping over to the main account here. A little bit different in terms of overall shard situation. We don't have as many shards as our alt account in terms of ancient and void shards. So we only have 60 and 130. We have a slightly more sacred shards. We have 14 here. We've gotten pretty lucky the last couple days since Leonardo getting these sacred shards. We actually pulled 2 sacred shards from Nightmare Clan Boss the other day, which is actually insane. Super happy about that. But yeah, we'll jump into the champion chase next week and participate there. We do have 2 remnant pulls, so we'll pull for the champion chase there as well. And then yeah, voids and ancient shards do pretty well for champion chase. This allows us to save our secret shards for, you know, guaranteed events and whatever events happen in December. So let's do the void shards here first. I don't really care about any of these champions, to be honest. So I'm just going to let it ride my 4 void shards here. Let's see what we get. And I don't remember my Mercy, unfortunately. I think I hit Mercy recently and I pulled an Enethway. I'm not too, wasn't too pumped about that. And then yeah, Sacreds, I should be probably pretty low on overall Mercy. I pulled 5 Legos during Leonardo out of 32 Sacred Shards, which is absolutely insane rate. So I don't expect much here today. We're only pulling 3. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Come on. Epic. No, no thanks. 1. Let's see. 2. And last one. This guy's actually, actually Enda Moonbeam. No, this guy's a piece for the Mikage puzzle. AoE leech on a 3-turn. AoE and a single target defense down, increased speed. No. I was thinking like if he was actually okay for clan boss, but no, not this guy. And our last one, no gold today. Anchorite, very good champion, actually works quite well with Wixwell, providing 2 buffs as well as a buff extension. So as a budget option for Wixwell teams, he works quite well actually. And I think that's going to be it. We're going to finish off this summon rush with the mystery pulls. And nothing really much going on here in terms of overall, quality of pulls. We didn't pull anything nice. Still sitting on 11 sacred shards for this account, so we're looking pretty good. I wouldn't mind spending mystery shards as well for the champion chase that's coming up. My other account actually doesn't have that many mystery shards, so just means I need to do more campaign farming overall. And hey, I remember we had 2 remnant pulls here, so looking forward to next week's champion chase. I think, for Black Friday, it's going to be a little bit exciting, I think, for everybody to have all those events. It's just catering for everybody, but keep in mind, we have to temper our expectations a little bit. We don't need to go all in, just for a random 2x event. 2x events happen all the time, right? So you gotta pick your spots. If you guys are low on resources, it might not be the best time to just pull just because it's Black Friday. If you guys are going for a fusion, it's probably a really good event because it gives you tons of flexibility with boosted rates on any of your shards. So it's a really good thing, especially if you're going for the fusion. I don't think people are too high on this fusion. I've seen a lot of mixed, I guess, reviews. But honestly, it shouldn't be very mixed. It shouldn't be very mixed. This champion, I don't think is very good. And I think the people that are kind of making their case that this champion is going to be great in some way, I think it's a little bit of copium, to be honest. This ability is good because it's touchless, but the rest of his kit's just not very good. This A3 is a very standard ability, and you need this kind of detonation countdown reduction to make these bombs effective, but you have to get back to this ability, and this A2 bomb ability does not give you a guaranteed way to get back to this ability or any guaranteed way to reduce the detonation. You could use your A1, but it's only a single target, and his passive's fine, but it's nothing anything crazy, right? So I think overall, I don't know. I'm not too hyped about this guy. I think he's just going to help in faction wars, especially if your faction wars is a bit light. But I can't see, this guy being like the main generalist for most people's account, even if you're a brand new player. or progressing account. I can't see this guy being that guy for you. But hey, he's going to be a fragment champion, so he's going to sit there in the vault for a little bit, and then you can collect him for 500 chase points eventually one day. So, you know, there is some value there. And I usually advocate to go for fusions anyways, just for faction guardians. If you plan to play the game for a long time, just doing and getting whatever champion you can definitely helps. Like for me, a lot of my faction guardians are filled out because I did fusions, because you end up pulling fusions all the time. So for example, this one, if I do the fusion and I pull him, then boom, I get an extra 2 slots, you know, I get an extra slot here, right? So definitely advocate for going for fusions, especially if you're a low spender or free to play. You're just not going to get that many champions all the time. And if you have the resources to get a champion, then I would say go for it, time permitting, of course, activity permitting. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents there. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Best of luck on your own polls, and let me know in the comments below if you guys are going for Cross. I think the general consensus was 1/3 of you guys were going for it, and the other 2/3 were not. Actually, a better question is, let me know in the comments below if you guys were planning to go for it or planning to not go for it and then changed your mind, and what actually changed your mind about Cross. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about that. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Have a great weekend. Best of luck on everything. And yeah, thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video.